for the same kind of...
Well, and what's interesting is to see how many people don't say something. You know, you can get a feeling sometimes from people that they're really not pleased with you.
Yeah.
But they don't say or do anything offensive. There's obviously this social thread that they know that their opinion needs to remain their opinion and not be made public.
Yeah, maybe that's a good thing.
And that's a good thing. That's a
start.
step. Yep. You're not going to change people's minds necessarily, but you can affect the way they treat other people.
Yeah.
And the whole concept of respect and dignity and equality for all, it's somewhere in the
it's pretty basic.
In the spirit of our country.
It's pretty basic to who we are, guys. It's interesting, and I think, you know, you say we're not going to change people, and you're right. It's
As
hard.
A whole,
it's hard to change people. But I have noticed something. We have done a lot of things like speaking engagements, and we're out there. You know, it's not just the television. We're out there, and
you can affect people individually.
We have seen people be affected, and you know, I think people sometimes they don't understand that we're just people.
Yeah,
and I think when they get that, they go, "Oh, you're a person." I think it changes their perspective.
Your life revolves around working and paying bills, just like mine.
Yeah,
it doesn't revolve around, you know, I don't know what they imagine it revolves around.
Yeah, well, you know, people have really bizarre preconceptions.
Sure. Where are they going to get it from? You know.
Yeah, I know.
What in mass media has any kind of accurate portrayal? The internet. Yeah, God. Put transsexual into a search engine and go to page 25 to find something not offensive.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm looking at the thing here because we've got a new toy up here that's supposed to tell us if we have phone calls, and so I'm trying to see how this thing works. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit before we get too deep about the Judiciary Committee. I think this is something we need to discuss a little bit.
Connecticut's Judiciary Committee.
Yeah. I have in front of me a list of all the names.
Did you print it out? No. Oh, you printed it out from a different... Yeah.
I actually, and I certainly, you know, it's interesting because the Judiciary Committee, our bill died in the Judiciary Committee.
It didn't even die in the Judiciary Committee vote.
Yeah, and they didn't even vote. It's like, you know, the interesting thing is that this thing got out of committee last year.
Well, the trans anti-discrimination bill has been up for 3 years, and it's been very highly supported.
Very highly.
All 3 years. It's, last year, like you said, it made it out of Judiciary Committee. It got voted on in the Senate, I think, 30-4.
Yeah.
And the only reason it didn't get voted on in the House is because it was a shortened session.
Ran out of time.
They ran out of time. If they'd had
another it would have passed.
Few weeks, and it would have passed.
Had it gone to the floor of the House, it would have passed. And this is crazy. It was last year. It was House Bill 5723 at that time, and it got out of the Judiciary Committee by a vote of 32-6.
32-6.
This year,
the Judiciary Committee,
out of the on the committee.
And by the way, it went through a lot of committees last year. It went through, I think, it went through the Teachers Committee and Labor Committee. There were a lot of committees that looked at it, reviewed it, approved it, and passed it back.
Yeah.
Before it went out for the floor vote in the House. In the Senate.
This is a bill that has huge support. It has support among the people. It has support.
Well, apparently not.
Well, yeah, not. It has support among the people, except for this little minority called the FIC, which is the Family Institute of Connecticut.
The Family Institute of Connecticut and the Roman Catholic Church this year were very motivated politically because of some bills that came up. That I think they were probably in the right to. I think they were right to argue against the state forcing the Roman Catholic laity to change, et cetera, et cetera.
Which has nothing to do with us.
Has nothing to do with us. But once you get the beast spun up,
yeah.
They just the interest that these other bills generated really must have intimidated the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah. And the FIC, the Family Institute of Connecticut, has worked tirelessly against us.
Yes.
Spreading misinformation,
they
deliberate misinformation and hyperbole.
Hyperbole
and
is
I
good.
have more than once challenge them to come on our show and talk to us. I will be happy to debate the FIC on our show. Come on down, guys. Anyway.
This happens to be what the paper that the FIC published.
There you go.
Why Marriage Matters for Children, Why Marriage Matters for Adults by Glenn T. Stanton. I won't be reading the whole thing, but if it becomes pertinent.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously, anyway, we would welcome them to come talk to us. We're not afraid of the FIC, and we will beat them. It's only a matter of time.
Yes.
It's only a matter of time.
The FIC, the Family Institute of Connecticut, on their website, they say that they support family values and religious liberties.
Kind of a dichotomy there.
Unfortunately, the family values they support is very narrow. They support a set of family values, how they define family and what they define as valuable.
Yeah. And, let's make it clear that they are not God. Anyway, this thing stalled in the Judiciary Committee, and obviously we're not happy about that. But next year we will get this thing passed. Sooner or later, this thing is going to pass. It has to. This is about discrimination. This thing has to pass.
And for anyone who's not familiar with the bill that went up this year, HB 6452, it was to add gender identity and expression to Connecticut's anti-discrimination laws. Connecticut already has protections for under the hate crime statutes, and we now have it federally after the passing of the Matthew Shepard Act. But there's not an anti-discrimination clause. So it's okay for you to be fired if you're trans, or kicked out of your apartment if you're trans. But if somebody beats you to death, they'll get extra sentencing.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that, every little step is good.
Every little step is good.
And the hate crimes thing is great. But we need this anti-discrimination bill.
So we're fairly disappointed, I have to say, in the Judiciary Committee and the heads of the Judiciary Committee
In fact, the co-chairs of the Judiciary Committee, Andrew McDonald and Michael Lawler, I have contacted both of them. Not much luck with Andrew McDonald, but Michael Lawler has fundamentally agreed to be on our show. This hopefully will happen. So these guys, and this
will hopefully happen in his re-election season.
Yeah, these people are busy, and I understand that it's hard, to do a thing like this. But hopefully, we will get Mike Lawler to come on. But yeah, I have certainly have a whole list, and I'm not sure if I want to read these guys' names or not. But I have a whole list of everybody that's on this committee, and we will certainly be contacting each and every one of them. And I am certainly going to invite, and I would invite them now.
Yeah.
If any of them are watching, if you're on the Judiciary Committee, in fact, if you're
anywhere in state government,
come on our show. We would love to hear from you. Whether you're for us or opposed to us, I don't care. Just come on the show.
In fact, in preparation for lobbying for the bill, I had put together the list of Judiciary committees with their phone numbers and email addresses, so that folks in our group could very easily find them to contact them.
I called them at home.
Yeah. It's amazing how many of them have the same phone number from the business office, but
yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully next year we're going to get this thing passed.
On the upside, the silver lining, if you want to say it this way, I believe Connecticut is very close, if we haven't already, to actually codifying the same-sex marriage. What